I'm a scientist! Do you remember when I was excited to be a scientist? I'm not anymore. Hey V-Vets, I'm back, and today we are on round 2 of the slime versus slime showdown. Ignore that because 2 + 2 makes 4, but I meant round 2. So let's meet the competitors. In this corner we have the science of slime. And in this corner we have Nickelodeon slime. If you're new to this and have no clue what I'm talking about, maybe before we start you should go check out my slime versus slime videos so that you can see which slime has so far made it into the championships. But if you've already done that, this is what we're doing today. We are going to be checking out the 2 kits that you see before you. Both cost less than $20 and claim to have everything that we need inside. Our goal is to make up these slimes, test them out, and hopefully find a good contender to push on into the Slime Time Championships. So this is the Nickelodeon slime. This is brought to us by Crazy Art. I have seen the Nickelodeon slime a lot, but I've never tested it out, so I figured, why not try it today? So I picked up the light up slime because I wanted to see if it actually works, because that's a pretty big claim to make. I can see you adding glitter, but I can't see you making it light up. There was a whole bunch of other ones too, like a chalkboard one, which I thought could be neat to check out, and the glow in the dark one. On the back, we can see some kids mixing some slime, and it says that they have everything we need in here. The only thing that really stands out to me is that it says, warning, this set contains chemicals that may be harmful if misused. So don't misuse them. This is the Science of Slime kit, and I've never heard of this before. It's brought to us by Science4you. So this one has more than just slime in it. It's got 8 other experiments and a fun fact book. It shows a whole bunch of really cool stuff. There's bottles and gloves and goggles. That's pretty exciting. Let's open this one first because it seems like there's more going on. So here is our Science of Slime booklet. So I was gonna check this out myself and then kind of gloss over it and let you know what I discovered, but it's actually really cool. Here's the good part. They're actually giving you science here. What are polymers? Atoms and molecules. The periodic table of elements. Chemical bonds. Characteristics of polymers. Physical states of matter. You try to buy something fun and you get a little knowledge. So here's some gloves, some bottles looking all scientific, some red dye, some green dye, some lids, whatever that is, and that, and some cups, and a bowl, and a big cup, and a bottle, and my goggles. Lid, pipettes. This is totally not a wooden spoon. These are popsicle sticks. First lie. And here we have, well, I don't know what it is to be honest. It's basically cornstarch. I've discovered my first problem with this kit so far. I've got everything that I need ready. I need sodium alginate solution, which there's none because apparently we needed to make that in experiment number 1. We also need to have remaining red and green solutions from experiment number 5, which I do not have, obviously, because I haven't done that yet. If you were planning on picking up a kit and just making some slime, you can't do that because you need to go and make the other 2 experiments first. So I guess I gotta do that. Okay guys, I'm about 2.5 minutes into completing experiment number 1, and you'd think that that was impressive, but no. So in order to complete this, I needed to use the entire small bottle of the sodium alginate, add it to my empty bottle, pour in 100 milliliters of water, put the lid on, and shake for 20 minutes. So I have to keep going because, like I said, I'm only 2.5 minutes in, but eventually I gotta make sure all these clumps disappear and that this murky, thick looking solution gets murkier and thicker. I'm a scientist! Shake, 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 shake. Shake the alginate. Do you remember when I was excited to be a scientist? I'm not anymore. Alright guys, I have been shaking for about 8.5 minutes and it's hurting my hands. So I thought I was gonna be a super genius and go ahead and begin experiment number 5, which as we know is a requirement in order to complete experiment 6, which is our slime. So I went to experiment 5 and it says, as you've learned on experiment 3, we need to prepare a dilution of 3 milliliters of calcium chloride solution into 30 milliliters of water. So if you ask me, that doesn't sound like experiment 5 at all. That sounds like we actually need to go to experiment 3 and complete that. So when they said we needed experiment 5 in order to complete experiment 6, what they should have said was, Jen, we're just messing with you. You need to do experiment 3 in order to learn how to do it for experiment 5 so that you could use it for experiment 6, and back to my sodium alginate because clearly it's not going to shake itself. This is what the solution looks like. It has not actually been 20 minutes. I broke it up with a plastic dowel, shook it a bit, and ended up leaving it overnight. Let's set that aside because now it's been a night and it's good to go. And we have to move on to experiment 5, which is actually experiment 3 so that we could do experiment 6. Okay guys, I'm wearing my goggles and my protective gloves. So we're gonna open the lid, add 20 milliliters of water, and then shake it up. So number 3 actually involved using experiment number 2's calcium chloride solution. This is kind of confusing. This is turning into a long process to make slime. This time we're gonna add 20 milliliters of water to the big container, and then another cup, but this time 10 milliliters. Add 3 milliliters of the calcium chloride solution. 1, 2, and 3. Okay guys, time to carry on. I've put my sodium alginate in here with the red coloring. So this one's the green one, and it looks nice and mixed as well. We're finally starting experiment 6. So they want me to mix together these 2 previous solutions. They say to add more of the sodium alginate solution to make it get to 15 milliliters, but mine's actually already there. I would definitely recommend not spilling this. It will definitely stain. Okay, next step is to take the calcium chloride solution and dump this one here into it and then wash it in cold water after. It's supposed to make a slime. So we'll see. We're about to find out if Jen's good at measuring. Here we go. It actually did gel. Here's the top view, and we have what resembles a lumpy ball of slime in here. So we're meant to take it out, rinse it off so that we can play with it after. So right off the bat, I'm just gonna say this looks gross. This bubble here hasn't been popped yet, so it's about to ooze out like a super gross paintball. It looks like old jam that's been sitting. It doesn't stretch, it doesn't pull. It is not a slime. It's almost like a jello skin. It is definitely not a slime. It's kind of gross actually, so pretty sure this is a loser. I'm definitely done with this kit. Let me go clean up. I've cleaned up the last mess, and now we're moving on to our Nickelodeon slime. So we've got our clear glue, we've got our slime activator, a light up little ball, 2 plastic bowls, some plastic containers, I think there are 4, 6 popsicle sticks, a plastic green spoon for mixing, and then we have 4 glitters. We've got superfine gold, aka the worst of the worst. We've got silver, blue, and rainbow, and I am just so excited. I cannot wait to open these up. Step 1, realize that Jen didn't know that there was a measuring cup. Step 2, fill the cup to 15 mils with some of the clear slime glue. Next, scrape out every little bit of glue that we can into our bowl. There we go. Add 25 milliliters of water. There, I've gently stirred it. And then we're gonna add in about half a bag of whatever glitter you choose. I'm gonna go with this Tartus blue glitter. It's not actually Tartus blue, I just like saying Tartus blue. Because if we've got to use glitter, it might as well be a really pretty color. So we'll add about half of that in and try very hard not to spill the rest. Stir it up until it's fully combined and blended nicely. Scrape the sides too. Next, we'll add 5 milliliters of our slime activator here. Over here. There we go. And we'll slowly pour it into this bowl while mixing. And it'll start to come together for us. Hopefully. Okay, so it says that it can take some time before the mixture gets completely absorbed and to just keep stirring. So I'll just keep going until it's ready. Starting. So all the mixture has been absorbed, and I guess we're ready to move on. So we'll have to scoop this out and work it by hand. It is apparently crucial that we stretch it and roll it and stretch it some more until all the stickiness goes away. And that's how we will get a soft, workable slime, more like a consistency that you would expect to have. Scrape it all out. It's kind of hard to, I put it on the table. Get as much out as possible. I really feel like we should have used more activator, but who am I to tell Crazy Art how to make slime? We'll see. And get out as much as I can, and this looks disgusting. It doesn't look like it's gonna come together, but I have been wrong before. So here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Don't worry about my technique at the moment. I'm just, oh my gosh. This is so much worse than Poopsie right now. I can't. I'm just gonna keep working this. See how long it takes. How do they expect me to roll this? This is not rollable. Okay, if you work quickly with it, you can do stuff. But once you slow down, it turns, this is not okay. Okay guys, I said there can only be one winner. There might not be any winners today. This is not thickening at all. I feel like it probably needed more slime activator because it's not coming together. This is not a slime that anyone would enjoy. I don't like it. I don't want to continue. Would you hate me if I stopped? Because, oh my gosh. As soon as I stop moving my hand, it just pours off. This is a terrible, terrible product. Don't buy this. Okay, I'll be back in 20 minutes when this gets cleaned. It's been 5 minutes. I'm still trying to get it off my hands. This is terrible. Do not waste your money on this. Oh, this is awful. Okay, I'm gonna go wash this. This one's not happening. Ugh. This is literally the worst slime ever. This is going in the trash, like right now. I've cleaned everything up and I'm willing to try one more time, but I'm actually just gonna eyeball it. But I'm seeing into the future, and I'm telling you right now, this is not placing in the Slime Time Championship. this is going in the trash, and I strongly suggest that you never purchase this yourself because this is terrible. Here we go, my invisible bowl, which is blending into the table, and now I'm just making stuff up because I spent the money, I might as well make some kind of slime. So I'm going to use that, pour in a little bit of water, and begin mixing. See if eyeballing it works any better than following directions. Right now I have zero hope left for this kit. Pour in the rest of our glitter packet, stir it up, and then I'm going to slowly mix in some of the slime activator. Do not drip. Do not. So I added more and I kept mixing until we got the same consistency as before, and I'm not falling for it. I am definitely not touching it this time. I've added more activator, and now look what happens. Now it's an actual sort of slime consistency. So I'm gonna pretend this is what they had us do the entire time and begin to work this by hand, because at least I can finally pick it up. Here is the slime that I made. To be honest, I'd probably even add more activator before it got to this point, but technically it is stretchable and foldable and rollable. However, it's not something I would play with because it's still all over your hands. You'd have to like collect it as you go. So even at this point, I would say that I'm not a fan at all of the Nickelodeon slime. It is still sticking to me. Maybe I should try adding more activator. Get off my body. I don't like it. Why do people keep making subpar products and making them seem fantastic? This is not fantastic. This is literally a lie. This is not okay. Companies, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ugh. So I put it back in the bowl and added even more activator. It is finally something that I would even describe as a slime. There we go. Can you hear all the frustration in my voice? I've been making this slime now for about 15 minutes between the first batch and this one. Still completely sticky. I would only recommend picking up this Nickelodeon slime if you're up for the challenge or just want to see if I'm lying to you, but I would definitely not ever buy this again, and I have another one sitting beside me, and to be honest, as soon as I'm done this, I'm gonna go return it because this is terrible. But at least right now, it's a better slime than what they gave us. Time for the comparison. Not that it's gonna be long or much of one at all. Here on the left, we have the Nickelodeon slime, and if you're just joining us, do not think that this is great. This is me eyeballing and using half of the ingredients to even get it to this consistency. So I'm gonna say don't buy this. I really don't think it's worth it. We'll try adding that light ball in a second to see what it looks like, but this is terrible. It's definitely a lie. The Science of Slime. This is not any slime that I would ever want to touch. It actually just looks like chewed up candies. So it's not a slime at all, and I would definitely not recommend picking up this kit if your hope is to create a slime. However, for science itself and just experimenting and learning things, I would say pick that up, but not at all if you want to create a slime. That was our slime showdown and the side-by-side comparison. One looks like slime, the other looks like chewed up food. Since I created this championship and I make the rules, I'm actually not going to let either of these two move on into the finals because it is a slime showdown after all, and that is not. As a science kit, that is cool, but as a slime producing thing, not even close. And then of course Nickelodeon's didn't work at all. So both of these are definitely not moving forward, and I would definitely not ever suggest picking this up yourself. Get off of me. If you know somebody who enjoys making slime or watching slime videos, make sure you share this one with them, because who knows, you might save them some money and let them see how terrible these two kits are at actually making slime. And if you enjoyed this video yourself, please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you don't miss past or future videos for Slime vs. Slime, because in the end, we will find the absolute slime time champion and determine which company actually does make the absolute best slime. Just remember, neither of these two are moving on. Oh, and here's the ball. I took the tab out so that the batteries touch. I guess we'll give it a shot. It doesn't even light up. Considering they should have been new batteries, that's really annoying. But anyways, this is what it would have looked like. Stretch. Oh, look at that. There's a ball.